Welcome back to the channel Futures DMS. I hope you're doing great. Your preparations are all completed. You're ready for the battlefield. You're ready for the next 8 days to tackle, to call yourself as a fellow cost accountant or a CMA finalist. It is time for you to change that Instagram bio. Put a story that you are a CMA finalist. Start manifesting it. You are a CMA finalist. You are a fellow cost accountant. You have put in a lot of efforts, a lot of time, a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of sacrifices. Everything will make sense. Everything will have meaning to it only and only if you're able to keep efforts for the next 7 days focusing on the exams. No distractions. What? Let's manifest this. Let's make promises to ourselves. No matter what, I'll focus on the exams for the next 7 days. No matter what, I'll make sure that I'll go through the entire 8 exams without any distractions. No matter what, however bad a paper might go, I'll not give up in the process. I'm not here to give up at the finish line. You have done so much of efforts not to give up, but just right before the finish line, 7-8 days of time, you'll make sure that your world is going to change. But to make sure that you get a slight kickstart in this race, I have prepared a presentation tips and tricks which will add at least 5 marks in not only our paper of law, in every paper of your CMA Inter and CMA Final. Without wasting much time, let's get into the video. We'll have 10 tips followed with a bonus tip at the end of this video. Keep watching all of them. I'll share this particular PDF in the description as usual. With the first tip I have, the first and foremost tip is MCQs, the most scoring and the easiest and the time-saving part of your entire paper. 15-20 minutes, the first reading part of your examination, try to complete your MCQs. Try to complete your MCQs. Let's start understanding let's live the process now. 15-20 minutes, you're done with your MCQs, 30 marks of paper done in 15-20 minutes. And you have close to 3 hours of time left from here to tackle just 70 marks of paper. 20-25 marks in an hour will be sufficient to complete it. So your confidence will be very, very high if you complete MCQs as soon as possible. And if you're very confident about the MCQ, start bubbling them also. I've seen a lot of students making this mistake. They don't bubble all the MCQs and they bubble all 15 MCQs at a time. Making sure that you are going to bubble each MCQ at a time so that you're not confused or you're not going to miss the sequence of MCQs. So make sure that you're bubbling one MCQ at a time so that you'll not miss out the sequence out there. Second tip I have is starting with the first answer. Every single question you have has to be written in the new page. Start new, start fresh, let it be sure that you are starting in a new page so that quantity and quality can be easily verified by the evaluator. And second thing, don't write the question number at the bottom of the page, at the left of the page, right of the page. No, put it in the middle of the page, on a new page, at the top of the page. Mention in very clear and legible terms. Question number 2A, question number 2B, question number 3A. Mention it very clearly and always use proper headings whenever you have. If it's a case study, facts, provision, analysis, conclusion. If it's a direct answer, give me the words, steps, duties, powers, investigation procedure, the powers of the inspector, etc. Whatever the concept might be, put proper heading to it. Heading must be legible. Heading must be crisp in nature. Put a bullet point to it. Underline the heading clearly. Show that that is an heading. Show that you have written the content here. Make sure that your headings are very clear. And this is where a lot of students fail. Lot of students miss marks not because of lack of knowledge but lack of presentation correctly. No paragraphs allowed at all. You're not expecting a cost accountant evaluating your paper to read every single word of yours. Even though if you're letting him to read every single word, I know there's a lot of unparliamentary words we have written in between. If you are letting him read everything, he'll know every mistake you have done throughout the process. Don't let him read everything. Write only pointers. Whatever paragraph that comes to your mind, divide them into points. Make sure that you're writing only pointers. In the pointers also, don't let him read everything. Underline the keywords. As an evaluator, if I have the keywords underlined, I'm not going to sit down to read every sentence of yours. I'm going to read only the keyword. Let the examiner read only what you want him to read. Make sure that your paper is presented very neatly with these keywords. I'll definitely assure that you'll get extra marks for every question out there. No paragraphs at all, only pointers should be written. Then, this is something which I've seen especially in CMA students. CMA students, unfortunately, I don't know, but they usually write shortcuts in the exam. You're not messaging your friend. You're not on the WhatsApp messaging your friend. You're not going to write shortcuts. You have to put in full forms. You don't put in the word CIRP, you have to expand it. You don't put the word IP, IRP, RP, COC. No, you have to put in full forms. Make sure that you are putting proper full forms, quantify the answer as well, making sure that the evaluator understands it clearly. Then second thing, I've observed this also. Lot of students write running notes in the class, in the examination. They're writing short notes. They're giving keywords and leaving the sentence to be formed by examiner. No, examiner is not gonna do that. Examiner is not gonna give you marks for short notes. You're expected to form proper sentences. Even though you might have knowledge, if you are not able to put in sentences, you're not gonna score marks out of it. You have to put in proper sentences. This is one of my favorite tips. One of my favorite tips, create an impression. The first impression is the best impression, as they say. Create an impression. Make sure that you always start with that particular question which you are very, very confident, very positive, very comfortable with. You feel that this particular question is very easy for me. Quantify it, write as much as possible, avoid overwriting, and make sure that it is legible and neat. I'm not asking your handwriting to be good. It's not going to happen. It's a manufacturing defect for us. Most of us, girls, I'm not asking you, Amma, girls, I know your writing is very beautiful, but boys, we can relate to each other. It's a manufacturing defect. We can't help it anymore. But I'm not asking your handwriting to be good. I'm asking it to be legible. Make sure that it is a little neat. No overwritings. Start always with the question that is very comfortable. Write section numbers there. Quantify the answer. Create impression. Once that impression creates, how much of a story you might create at the end of your paper, that will fetch you marks. But first couple of pages, at least 5 to 10 pages, must be very neat, very quantifiable, very correct answers to the question paper. Right? Next. After that, quantify your answers as we were discussing. Tip number 6, increase the quantity. I don't deny the fact that quality is always greater than quantity. But at the same point of time, you should not also deny the fact that quantity is also important. We cannot leave quantity alone and expect marks. You cannot answer this, yes, the COC can do so. No, you're not going to get marks out of it. Yes, the board of director has the duty. Yes, no. We cannot get answers for yes and no. You don't expect 7 marks out of simple one-word answer. You have to quantify it. Try to write as much as possible to make sure that it is quantifiable. Bluff the examiner. How should I bluff the examiner, sir? Leave space. Right, as we were discussing, no paragraphs, only pointers. Once a point is done, leave space. Next point, underline the keyword. Next point, leave space. Next point, leave space. Write as many points as possible, leave as many spaces as possible. It will make sure that your paper is tidy, neat, legible. It is readable at least. I will be ready to read the paper and correct it. So make sure that you are writing those questions in a quantifiable manner as much as possible, but at the same point of time, keeping your time on allocation readily available. Check yourself. Make sure that you are verifying yourself whether you're on track or not every 30 minutes at least. Please do carry a watch. Don't expect somebody to help you with the time allotment. Carry a watch. Let it be whatever watch it might be, at least purchase a watch for the exam hall for these 8 days of exams. Carry a watch. Check yourself on track or not every 30 minutes and increase your pace or decrease your pace accordingly throughout the exam hall. But no matter what, by the time you're walking out, you must be attempting 100 marks of the paper. That's your target. It's not how perfectly you have written, it is how much have you written. 100 marks is your target from there. Then tip number 8, a lot of students get it wrong. So should I write section number? Should I write form number? Should I remember all the concept, all the numbering into the chapter's name or chapter number or the section numbers? Is it mandatory? Absolutely no, guys. Section numbers, form numbers don't carry any marks at all. These section numbers are not at all important. Don't have to write it. But however, if at all you write it, I'll definitely be impressed with your answer. It will create impression. That impression might give you extra marks, but no section numbers have been allotted with marks in your ICMA study mat. Or any of the suggested answers which an evaluator gets, no additional marks are given for section numbers. If you're very, very confident about it, write it. But if you're not confident, we have our weapon. As per the provisions of Companies Act 2013, as per the provisions of Insolvency Bankruptcy Code 2016, as per the provisions of Securities Exchange Board of India regulations, I'll write it as per the provisions of. I don't have to put in section number. If you're very confident, write it down. If not, if you're confused or in a dilemma in the exam tension and not able to remember it correctly, put in the word as per the provisions of. Nobody's going to stop you. You'll get full marks out of it. But don't write a wrong section number, it will create wrongful impression on the examiner. Don't do that. Then tip number 9 is my most important tip of everything. Tip number 9, by the time you come out of exam hall, 100 marks must be written. No matter what, how the difficult paper might be, no matter what, out of syllabus might have question might have come from out of syllabus, no matter what, how tricky the paper might be, no matter what, how worse your preparation was, doesn't matter, keep every excuses aside, you have to walk out of the exam hall with 100 marks written. How can I write 100 marks, sir? I have not prepared it fully. Rule number 1. Rule number 1, if you know the answer, write the answer straightforward. Rule number 2, the most important rule number. If you don't know the answer, you become the president of India. What will you become? President of India, the lawmaker, legislator, create the answer. Out of the 100 marks, if you know the answer, write the answer. If you don't know the answer, you create the answer. But by the time you come out of the exam hall, write 100 marks. No ifs and buts, write 100 marks, then only come out of the exam hall. The last tip I have, I've seen a lot of students wasting 6 months of time because of clerical errors, not because of the lack of knowledge, lack of preparation, lack of hard work. They put everything right, but they made small clerical mistakes, question numbers, bubblings, form numbers, section numbers, keywords being not underlined. Last 5 to 10 minutes allocate for this rechecking of your paper. Right, check question numbers, have you written it correctly or not. Check the bubbling, most scoring part of your paper. Section numbers, you might have in a hurry written a wrong section number, go back and check it once. Underline the keywords if you have missed through the process. And my suggestion will be to underline as the answer goes. As you are writing the answer, underline the keywords then and there itself. And the bonus tip for you. Your exams, especially CMA exams, Inter and Final, are on a daily basis. You have a time limit of 8 days to complete all the 8 papers, and you have spent 9 months of time to study them, and you have hardly 9 hours to read them. So time is not sufficient to carry the baggage of the previous paper if law is done. No matter if you get exemption, no matter if you're going to pass, sir, I have not written the paper well, I'll get only 40s. I have not written the paper well, sir, I'm not sure whether I'll even pass or not. Doesn't matter anything. What you have is the next paper in your hand. They always say, control the controllables. If the paper is already done, you cannot do anything about it, ranting, sitting about and crying about it. Once the paper is done, miracles do happen. Let the God decide about it. Let us focus on the next paper. Don't go for any YouTube analysis video or nothing. Maybe check your MCQs and leave it off. Don't drag yourself onto the previous paper. Don't drag your baggage or the burden of it. Start focusing on the next paper to come. Whatever the next paper is, start the next paper. No focusing on the papers which is already completed. As I said, no giving up till the last paper is completed. I'll be focused as a horse race. I'm not going to look anywhere, no distractions, only focus in the next exam. These are my tips. I'll share this PDF. Read this before you go to the exam hall. Before you enter the exam hall, read it once. Hardly will take 2 to 3 minutes. Read it once. Then go to the exam hall with high level of positivity. You'll make sure that you'll get at least 5 extra marks for every single paper. That's all from my side for December 2025 attempt. I'm hoping you'll all get positive results, successful results in this attempt. All the very best for each and every one of you watching this video. Share with your friends. Like the video. Comment if you want any other support from our side, or either you want to manifest in the comment section. I'll be very happy to respond back. Thank you for watching. We'll meet you in the next one, either as a cost accountant or as a CMA finalist. Thank you guys.